Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Welcome in, everybody. It's episode 35 of the Pittsburgh Pirates franchise. As I still have not got my stuff set up. Quick shout out to everyone. Thank you for allowing me to pass the 100,000 views mark on the channel. I know some people get that in a day, a week, a month, but not bad for a guy who considers this just a hobby. So, thank you guys for being a part of that. I do appreciate it very, very much. Give me 1 second here. Being the pro that I am, I don't have this set up yet. Just give me 1 quick second here, and it'll give me a chance to see if the chat's working. So there's always a time where the chat won't work. And if you've put something in the chat right now, just give me 1 second, and I will get to you. So we're going to check out the draft class before we get into the game tonight. And then we will take on the New York Yankees, who are not acting like the Yankees right now. Checking out with Jarrett Jones, who has really bounced back from the year he's had last season. Where is my... There it is. Just ate a little bit of food, so excuse me if I sound like a pig, and I'm just like, ugh. It's just what I do, man. What's up, Limbo? Alright, good. That's working. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. That was not working earlier, but now it is. So... let's get this set up over here. Okay, so here we are, about the second week of August. Pirates continue to be on a little bit of a roll. I mean, if you want to call it that, we're 4-3 so far here in August, but we're beating the teams we need to beat, except for the Cardinals. But we don't talk about the Cardinals. Talking about the Brewers. We took 2 or 3 from the Brewers. Just ignore the Cardinals. Pretty simple schedule up until we get to the end of the month, where we have the Dodgers, the Giants, and the Phillies at the end of the month. Actually, our whole last month is pretty rough when you think about it. Almost every team at or around 500, except for the Braves, of course. So I put a tweet out based on what the next 4 episodes are going to be, and we'll get there when we get there. But yeah, I put on, in the Discord. By the way, if you're not joining the Discord, the link is always, if you're watching on YouTube, link is always in the description for you to join the Discord. It's also on X, pinned to the profile. Go join the Discord. We talk baseball. We talk trash about other people's teams because it's fun. But yeah, we're dominating the Central. We're 75-43, and I put up in the Discord, it's like, how are we doing this? We didn't make a trade at the deadline. We didn't make a single trade at the deadline. There were some big trades that happened, but we were not a part of it. And I asked statistically, are we happy with the team? And like I said, yes, we are. We're in the top 10 in a lot of offensive categories. Not top 5, but top 10 in a lot of offensive categories. Where we're really performing is the pitching and our defense, which no surprise there. We have a really good ace. We have a really good staff. The bullpen's good. David Bednar's one of the best closers in the franchise as of right now. And then the defense, I mean, it's just been really good. We're tied for second in fielding percentage. We've committed the second least amount of errors. And the pitching is third in ERA, team ERA, going into this game. And this is across Major League Baseball. So we're getting it done. We're not exactly scoring as many runs as you think we are. We're scored under 400. We scored 510 runs, but you got teams like the Brewers and the Reds who are doing just a wee bit better. But I felt really good. Like I didn't see anything at on the trade block that was really going to make us that much better. That was worth the risk. We did not find that reliever, that lefty reliever that we really wanted. So we're kind of rolling with just one lefty. Or sorry, we do have two lefties. And to be honest, part of the reason we didn't trade for that lefty is because Wentz, who is up here with us, who really struggled, is doing better. When he first got called up, his ERA was around 12, and he's got it back down to a 3.71. So Joey Wentz has really earned his playing time. And even you look at his last 10 appearances, an ERA of 1. So I think it's safe to say he's played his way into our bullpen. Still don't trust him in big situations, but he's fitting in with the bullpen. Now, that's not what you're here for, and I get it. I just wanted to go over that. I do want to look at some of these trades because I looked at these, and there were some bonkers trades that happened, especially the Tampa Bay Rays. The Tampa Bay Rays were probably the most active team at the trade deadline. They really reshaped their outfield, and we'll look at that right now, actually, because I want to show how bonkers some of these trades are. So, no particular order. The Tigers got Mackenzie Gore from the Nationals. That's a big deal. A lot of big names moving. Mackenzie Gore goes to the Tigers. The Tigers, I don't think, are actually in it. Well, they're kind of in it. They're 60 and 59. But, well, they're 7.5 back. I mean, yeah, might as well go for it. So, I mean, solid trade for the Tigers, getting another starter. The Giants get Anthony Santander from the Blue Jays. That's a big deal. The Giants were lacking power this year, and they went out and got one of the best power hitters in the franchise right now, in Anthony Santander. And I believe he's got 3 years left on his contract. And while I have not gone to look at these prospects who the Giants traded away to the Blue Jays, you got to think it was a pretty penny. Because the Giants right now, they're third in the West, and they hold the second wild card spot. So, once again, makes sense. The Blue Jays are dead last in the East, so unloading some contract that they didn't want. So, I mean, once again, without looking at the prospects, makes sense. What's up, Amish? The Phillies get Smith from the Rangers. That was pretty much an infield fortification for the Phillies. The Rangers are mostly dead last in their division, so they unloaded a few players as well. Not much between this Yankees and White Sox trade. The Rays got Luis Robert Jr. from the White Sox for what I think is a pretty overhaul, if you ask me. The White Sox get Xavier Isaac, Mac Horvath, and relief pitcher Yonel Cure from the Rays. And so the Rays get Luis Robert Jr., but wait, they weren't done. They also got Andrew Benintendi from the White Sox for Homer Bush Jr. So the Rays really pushing to fortify that outfield. So what's up? What's up, Sean? I tell you talk about my Giants like that. What do you mean? I said that they are a solid team and they just added power. The Diamondbacks also clearing out the Blue Jays. They got Davis Schneider, who's been on the trade block for, 2 years. The Braves get a closer from the Marlins. Both of those teams are out of it, so I don't exactly understand this trade. And then the Yankees, who we'll see tonight, got Parker Meadows from the Tigers. So, just confused, to be completely honest with you. A little confused. The Dodgers get Kobe Mayo from the Tigers. So, they got better. The Orioles acquired Wilson Contreras. So, that's kind of a big deal, if you want to look at it that way. For Derek Buettner and Darrell Cunningham. I didn't look at those prospects, but the Orioles getting more of a first baseman. The Cardinals get Chas McCormick for Lars Nootbaar. It's a little bit of an outfield swap. Once again, the Rays kind of going with another outfield piece. So, and then that's pretty much where we picked up from here. But, so the trade line was busy for some people. I mean, for sure the Giants are winners and the Rays are winners, and your losers are probably the White Sox and the Marlins for sure. So, pretty busy deadline. Like I said, we didn't do anything, so. We're in real life. Oh, I had no idea. I had no idea. So yeah, let's look at the draft picks. You know, we took some chances. We took some chances on some of these draft picks. I haven't seen these draft picks yet. I have not looked at the screen, and I almost did because I had to sim to get to the Yankees game. But for those who don't know, and you could go back and watch the draft if you really want to, we took some chances. I think 3 of our 7 picks were not ranked on the MLB draft board, but we trusted our scouts. So the Marlins traded Xavier Edwards. Yeah, they traded him. They also traded Sanoha. They traded Edwards for... Where was that? That was down here a little bit. The Padres got Xavier Edwards for Richard Tunick, so they just got another starter. The Marlins are, like, sucking up starters like it's ridiculous. So, I just realized the Orioles got Kyle Manzardo in a trade as well, and then they get Wilson Contreras. So, they're stacking up somewhere, which the Orioles are in it. So, obviously, first place in the East. So, they're going to stack up on some players. You know, they want to fortify with the Red Sox and Rays plowing down their back. But anyway... Draft picks. We took chances. Over half of our picks was not even on the draft board. Let's see how we did. Let's see how we did. I think I'm feeling good. I don't know. I'm feeling good. So let's take a chance here. So here's our draft picks for 2027. And I'm not disappointed. Barrett McFarland, the first guy that we drafted, not ranked on the board. Boy, he's got some power. He's looking a lot like Joey Gallo. A lot of power, no contact, no vision. Fielding is good, speed's good. 6'1", 202 out of Massachusetts. The big mass, that big mass over there. So already a 71 overall. Could be a left fielder at some point soon for us, which would work out. So let's say, you know, he's got to work on that vision. He's got to work on that contact. Let's say 2 years, ETA maybe. Depending on how he hits, of course. The fielding is great. The base running's fine. The power's there. So keep an eye on Barrett McFarland next season if you're keeping up. Quentin Charlton, the pitcher with the screwball. He was also not ranked, I believe, on the board. And he's a C potential with a 79. I'm not upset with that. If we were a rebuilding team, he could be in the rotation next season. But fastball, slider, changeup, 2-seam, and a screwball. 6'5", big dude, 6'5", 227 out of Missouri. So, got to work on that home run, pitching clutch, and that control. So, not exactly a high velo pitcher, but feel good about that. I like this starting pitcher. I think it was a good trade. I trust the scouts, and they did very well. Rocky Davies, a little bit of a bust, but that's okay. You know, 4-seam, slider, 2-seam. I think it was safe to say out of all the players that we drafted, that was the highest risk to be already at their potential. I think we agree that Rocky Davies was that guy. But still not bad. You know, he's a 67. He's a high D potential. 4-seam slider, 2-seamer. 6'2", 214 out of Colorado. So McFarland already Major League ready. I got to see those strikeout numbers. I got to give him 1 year in the minors to see how he... If he strikes out like 30% of the time, he's not coming up. But, yeah, no, I mean, we could see him up here. We need a left fielder relatively soon. So, you know, let's see what he's got. But, yeah, Rocky Davies, you know, we might see him up on occasion. But, whatever. Luis Quinones, 63 overall, 71 potential. I believe he was not ranked as well on the board. Fastball, sweeping curve, and a slider. Tall dude, 6'5", 216. Really high K per 9. Love to see that, but the walks per 9 are very low. Pitching clutch ain't that good, and the hits per 9 also ain't that good. So not a bad-looking starter. I really think we hit our marks on the starters. So, yeah, yeah, that's true, Sean. The reliever potentials aren't going to be through the roof, and I'll mention that in our next pick here. So yeah, Quinones looks good. I think our scouts really hit the mark. I think they connected more than they missed. So I like Quinones. We'll see how he looks. He's a 63 overall at 19. So what, 3 years maybe? depending on how he gets that walks per 9 up, pitching clutch, all that stuff. Michael Cobb, a 79 overall. Am I speaking too loud, by the way? I hope I'm not speaking too loud. He's a 79 overall potential with a 60 current overall. 6'2", 196 out of Maryland, out of your neck of the woods there, Sean. So he's got a 2-seamer, slider, changeup, sinker, and curveball. Nothing really stands out. He could be in the bullpen within the next couple years. I need to see more control in pitching clutch, though, before he comes up. Andres Matos, center fielder. Unfortunately, kind of a bust. 18 years old, 63, a lot of speed. Kind of like a Terrence Gore kind of fill-in, if you ask me. Excuse me. Good fielder. Not bad, but probably won't make it to the majors. 6'4", 207 out of Arizona. And last but not least, Tommy Pinnock. Our very last pick, a 70 potential, 64 overall. Not exactly what we wanted, but, you know, for someone that got picked in round 6, we'll take a C potential out of the Netherlands. So 6 foot 205, 4-seam, curveball change, and 2-seamer. So draft was solid. I would give it maybe a C. I don't think we did as well as we did last year, but I'm not disappointed. I'm not. We hit our mark. We hit what we were looking for. We were looking for a left fielder. We were looking for starting pitching depth. Whoop, almost hit my tower there. And we even managed to snag a potential reliever for the future. So, not disappointed. Looking at some of these, I don't know if you guys want to see the other picks or not. If you do, that's great. If not, we'll go straight to the game. But there's the Cardinals. The Diamondbacks, who took some of our guys. Jason Reiser, a 77 overall. So I'm kind of glad we didn't get him. McFarland was the way to go. So thank you, Diamondbacks, for getting Jason Reiser. So you give the draft a grade of B. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. That's good. I guess you could give it a B based on the fact that we hit what we were looking for. Joe Irizarry, the shortstop we wanted, that they took as well. So 86 potential. We missed out on him, but long way till he's in the mind. Any 99s. You know what? Let's just check and see if there's any 99s. Dodgers had a good draft. First time they've had a good draft. Let's check for 99s, shall we? There's a 90. Giants had a decent draft. They really missed out on their first pick, but they nailed it with their second baseman. Solid middle pick here, and then Castillo, unfortunately, was not a good draft pick. Orioles had a good draft class as well. Looks like their guy being George Neal, a third baseman, but long ways away. So, not a bad looking, wow, speedy center fielder. Draft class there. Red Sox did okay. You're tearing it down. Ooh. I haven't watched your latest game yet, so I know, well, I guess I don't know. I'm watching so many people's things. I don't want to mix up ones to another. The Rays, good draft. 92 for the Blue Jays and Brian Black. White Sox had a good trade. Good Lord. You guys know what I'm saying. Draft. Good draft. Stop saying trade. Guardians, not great, but you'll take C's. You know, I like C potential players. I think they're pretty good. Tigers, pretty good draft, except till you get to the end of it. Frustrated at the performance of the team in June and July. Just really collapsed. Boy, the Royals had a killer draft, man. Holy smokes. Got a good starter, second baseman, shortstop, and a right fielder. Twins, not great. Astros, solid. There's a 92 closer. Angels had a solid draft. The A's, doing A's things. So we'll just leave it at that. The Mariners just fell asleep. I don't know what happened here. I've never seen this before. They only signed 2 of their draft picks. Holy smokes, including a potential of a generational talent. Oh my God, what happened? Okay. Well, the Marlins fell asleep, so their draft is probably an F, right? Who said in my closer? You have another episode coming out tomorrow. Attaboy. I got me and Leo will be out of the house for most of the day tomorrow, but I'll have some stuff to catch up on. Rangers, okay. Braves, pretty solid draft. Marlins had a good draft. I'm sure they'll just be traded anyway at some point. So, does it really matter if we look at these guys? The Mets had a good draft. Phillies, okay. Nationals, they always seem to draft well in this franchise, so they continue that here, signing, 5 of their 6. Cubs have an 88 closer. There's a 98 starter Brian Kerr for the Reds. He's a lefty. Okay. He's already a 68 overall as well. From the Netherlands. Okay. So this guy looks pretty good. He's a 98. I don't think we're going to get better than that. The Brewers. Okay, draft, and we're back to us. So that 98 starter is the highest in the draft. It wasn't even close either. We saw, I think, a 94, 92, and a 90. Okay. Not bad. So Kerr was the highest player. I'm happy with our draft class. I think I'm pretty happy with our draft class. So Barrett McFarland, pretty much the only player to keep an eye on going into next season. I know some people say he could start now, but I need to see better. I need to see these strikeout numbers. I want to see how he hits. So, give me 1 second. Come in. All right, guys, I got to step away for a second. I'll be right back. You want to say hi? Just say hello. Just say hello.
Hello.
There you go. All right, we'll be back. All right. Sorry about that. All right. So apparently Vanessa fell asleep. So Leo asked me to tuck him in, which I'm cool with that. Okay. Let's see here. Totally derailed everything. My bad. My fault. So let's see what we got here. Makes McFarland look that much better. Got it. All right. So yeah, that's the draft picks. We've definitely spent more than enough time on this. We're 30 minutes in, with 10 of that going to tuck my boy in, or however long it was. So let's hop into the game tonight. We are going to take on New York Yankees. So yeah, if you're watching this not live, let me know in the comments, what would you give our draft grade? I think a C, maybe a C+, but it's up for debate, obviously. So we've got Jared Jones on the bump tonight, who has been very good. Or at least he's been better than what he was last season. We're coming off an off day, so nobody should need a day off. O'Neal Cruz, a little bit cold. This man's extension is going to probably break us. I mean, he's putting up just absolutely ridiculous numbers. 29 home runs, 25 stolen bases, hitting .334, 81 RBI, still an OPS over 1,000. His contract, he's not a free agent, by the way. He's got one more year of arbitration. But his what is this? Okay, there it is. His thing is going to absolutely break us, though. 29, I think he wants a 5-year deal. So we'll see what we do with that. All right, I think that's how we're going to actually do the lineup. Do we want Conine hitting 5th or Joey Bart? Joey Bart's hot right now. Oh, absolutely, Conine. Thought we were going to sign O'Neal Cruz. I know. I did say that. I just don't know. I mean, he's such a piece. We don't have another shortstop in our system. And the only other option to do that would be to go out and sign a shortstop, which is going to cost about the same money, depending on who we go for.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us.
I think this will be a scenario
MLB The Show. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates
where
going up against the New York Yankees.
If we sign Cruz, we cannot sign Jones, and that stinks because Jones is probably going to be a high-rated pitcher. It's like we have to choose one, so to speak. So, not much to talk about on the storylines. League news, anything around the league news? Drew Thorpe continues to do well for the White Sox. There's your boy Lamont Wade Jr. Limbo. Got a 16-game hitting streak. Love to see that. The Royals are starting to get hot. Farm report, Danny Odell hitting .287 in AAA. Well, AA/AAA. But he's doing great, man. Danny Odell, he is going to be in our thing next year. 100%. All the other prospects are doing well. Gene Groves just promoted him to AAA as well. Forgot to mention that. He is now in AAA along with Bubba Chandler. Alexi Rodriguez, another power-hitting third baseman we have in our organization, starting to pick it up. He's really turned that average from a 220 to a 280. So he is hot. And then Connor Griffin is out for the season, so not much to talk about there as well. So I guess we'll talk about the bullpen.
Today's focus is on a bullpen that's been tremendous recently. From the setup arms to the closers, this group literally changes outcomes of games, Singy.
It's been incredible to watch, Boog, and once the starters hand over the ball, it's been practically game over for the opposition. That bullpen will likely play a major role in this one today, too.
All right.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this.
That's a tough decision for sure. Weight is awful. Well, from what I've seen about O'Neal
Just about
Cruz,
set to go.
we're looking
And
at a
starting in this
possibility
one,
of
Will Warren. But Chris, he hasn't exactly
$23
been
million
stellar here
a
on his
year
home mound.
over
Well, I'll say
5
this, every
seasons.
player wants to perform
You
well
combine
at their
that
home
with
ballpark, in front of their fans,
what
in
Paul
front of the
Skenes
city,
is already
and you know
making.
this guy no different. He
You're
wants to
looking
be
at
more
just
effective here.
roundhousing
So,
this.
you know,
About
look at the numbers.
$60
They
million
haven't been great
just
at
between
home.
those two
I'm sure he
guys.
wants to turn that around,
It doesn't
and we'll see if
necessarily
he's
give
able
us
to
a lot
start
of
that
room.
in this one.
Ready to go.
Not saying
And
we
now
can't
here's
do
the
it.
speed threat. Outfielder,
Wow.
number 96. Oh, that got away
We're
from
just
him.
going to immediately get
And
plunked.
he's going to reach on a hit by pitch.
But
to
it
lead off
really
the
gives
inning.
us a...
Spencer Horwitz.
The budget's going to be
next
thinner.
Pirate to hit.
I'll put it that
Third
way.
on the National League leaderboard for batting average.
It's going to be thinner. All right, so Will Warren, he's already hit Chandler Simpson, so let's check him out, shall we? 27-year-old, 74 overall righty for the Bronx Bombers. Fastball, sinker, sweeper, change, and cutter. Hasn't had a lot of starts. I guess he's been hurt at some point this season. Okay, I guess he got called up at some point. I really don't know. But yeah, there's his numbers right there. Not exactly anything to write home about. Good break on his pitches, though. Velocity's solid. Defense. Dominguez, Bellinger, and Judge around the outfield for the Yankees. Rojas, Volpe, Peraza, and Jonah Bride at first base. Logan O'Hoppe behind the plate for the Yankees. I don't know who they have DHing. O'Hoppe's got a fantastic arm behind the plate. DHing is Junior Caminero. So I don't know how this Yankees team is at 500. You think they'd be a little higher than that?
Now he breaks his bat.
And Horowitz
Volpe
swings at that
makes the
first
grab,
pitch.
one away. Here's the Pirates lineup now. A guy who's
One
been
down.
huge for them over the last month plus, O'Neal Cruz.
That batting average jumps
Oh,
out at
Cubbies,
you.
you are
and
tied with the
mean
Rockies.
You,
You
Boo,
can't be
because
doing
I know
this
how
now.
much you love batting average. And that's because it's the
Can't
best
tie with the
one in the
Rockies.
entire National League. He's been consistent pretty much from day one of the season, and that's what it takes to lead the league and eventually win that batting title. I always enjoy seeing this guy go out there and take care of business at the plate.
Ryan
Here's Reynolds.
stands in now and watches strike one.
If we sign Cruz to a 2-year deal, he's going to want a significant amount
This one
more.
high in the air to left center. Dominguez sizes
Oh
this
my
one
God.
up. Dominguez snags it. Now
Oh, I was not paying attention.
throw behind the runner. They got him doubled off. So
I was
no
paying
runs,
attention.
no
That was
hits,
just
no
an absolute
errors,
train
and
wreck
no
of a
one
first
left.
inning.
And now the Yankees will
We
see
deserve
what they
that.
can do.
All right.
No score.
We do absolutely nothing. Make Will Warren's first inning an
Back
easy
down
one.
the Bronx. And on the hill in
What
this
we
one,
could possibly do,
Jared
though, is
Jones.
we could
What's the
sign,
word on
if we can
him?
somehow negotiate a
And his
deal
web tells you he's been pretty
where
effective
Cruz
this year on the
signs for
mound,
3
beating
years,
opposing hitters, having a hard
then
time
by the time
getting
his
on
contract
base
is up,
and
Jared
being able
Jones
to
will
really
reach actual
distract
free
him and
agency.
do damage in terms of
And then
getting around the
maybe
base
we
paths.
can
So,
swing
taking the
that.
mound, this is a guy you want out there if you're his teammate, and I expect him
But
to
that
be
really
good in this
depends
one.
on if Cruz is willing
ground,
to
right side.
take that.
Johnson on to first. One up, one down.
There's a 1-pitch, 1 out.
And
Yeah,
time
great
now
base
to
running
check
on that.
out the New York Yankees lineup. And one to watch, of course, their 3-hole hitter, Aaron Judge.
Yeah, definitely someone I always enjoy, when I get a chance to
Hoping
watch
that-
him, whether he's
They
in
made
the
it look
game
like that
or
ball was gonna
even
drop.
taking swings during batting
He did
practice.
not.
Man, this guy's always so focused on what he's doing on that task at hand. He's got so much attention to detail.
So Jared Jones, here he is. He's 25 years old. He's an 88 overall. He is an A potential. Fastball, slider, curve, and changeup. Didn't do very well last season, but he's really picking it up this season. 14-6 on the year with a 3.38 ERA. Whip is lower. He's just doing better overall this year, and I think this is going to be the year that propels him into an elite pitcher the more he, let's say 2 years down the road. So it'd be nice to get him extended. We have to also consider that Mitch Keller's contract is over in 2 seasons, so that'll free up some money as well. And then we've got Bubba Chandler coming up next year.
Really high.
We've got
Josh Rose.
Hunter Barco
Batting with
is
one
knocking on the
down,
door.
Takes a strike. Jones.
We've got
He
some
gets a
guys.
lot
Gene
of
Groves
swing and miss,
is probably going to be
and
the
he keeps
next
the ball in the yard. Not to
solid
mention the fact
pitcher.
not too many hits either. Pitch misses there, and the count is 1-1. Even some of the best guys in the sport are going to give up home runs from time to time.
Yeah, he's an absolute stud. We don't want him to walk.
Yeah, and even with those home runs, if you're throwing strikes and keeping base runners off the paths, then those home runs are solo shots.
2-1 to Rojas. I do worry, though, about Jones.
You look at what the elite guys
do. In the sense
they strike
of
hitters out, they limit walks, and they limit the ball.
He doesn't always
the park.
pitch to his potential, if that makes any sense.
Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
Yeah,
like, for example, you know, he's got really good control. 70 is pretty solid control. But there are times that he just
a guy like that
pitches like he just doesn't know where the strike zone is.
Hand it over to the bullpen, perhaps in the
But you could argue that's every
later.
pitcher. So. But he's also been getting a lot more of those this year. Swings and misses.
Ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count.
2 down.
Up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
2 outs, base is empty. Aaron Judge.
All right, here's big boy Aaron
stepping in now
Judge.
for the Yankees.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Fly ball left field. I don't know how that ball was not crushed.
Makes the grab, and that's the inning.
Jared Jones has a 1-2-3.
Scoreless after 1.
But yeah, we've got the Central. I don't want to say we have the Central wrapped up, but we're 13 games ahead. We are definitely the best team in the Central, even though we do have some weaknesses.
From the Bronx. Here's the shortstop at the plate, O'Neal Cruz.
But we'll see.
Warren back to work.
Cruz left field. That's going to drop in.
Hit. So a man on base to start.
There's our first legit hit of the game. Of course it's O'Neal Cruz.
It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
He's got that first pitch hitter quirk. That's why I swing a lot with him.
Griffin Conine, the next to hit.
Wow.
Called the strike. 0-1.
Okay. So there's Conine. So apparently the strike zone's going to be a little bigger for us. Wow, what a play.
Off balance feet, there's one. Back to first, and that is a double.
What a play at first base, man.
That's one of the toughest double plays to turn
That's
on
just
the infield.
unfortunate.
The first baseman has to get inside, create a
2 innings, 2 double
hit the
plays.
middle
I
infield
hate to see
start
that.
the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
This is Joey Bart.
Yeah, it's Jonah Bright
A
at
lot of clutch
first. So.
hitting from him recently, more than an RBI per game over his last 10.
Man,
Ground ball left side.
Joey Bart grounds out. Will Warren is getting lucky, to say the least.
Bucks go down
That luck's going to run
quietly.
out.
We'll go to the bottom of the second.
Go down
No
fairly
score.
quickly. Bottom second we go. Trading Cruz is an option? I don't think so.
Back in New York.
I
We head to
really
the
don't
bottom of
think
the
trading
second,
Cruz is an
and
option.
Stepping in for the Yankees,
I just-
Junior Caminero.
We have that star, you know. It would really set us back if we traded him.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Fastball for a strike.
Junior Cam. Oh, good. Clyde Washington on the plate.
If he's there
Will
all
do.
day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Clyde Washington with home plate duties in this one.
A little bit of a low zone move from Clyde. Nothing crazy, though. Pitchers that work consistently down around
What's up,
the
Steelers?
knees
Nah,
are
man,
able
you
to
never, like,
command their
worry
off-speed
about it.
stuff. Tend to have some pretty good success with him back there behind the plate.
2-1 to Caminero.
And that's ball 2. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based
No, you don't
on
play
who's
this game for 2
umpiring, or is
nights,
it good
and
to
it's just like
be
you
aware
forget how to.
of tendencies
Oh, in
so
my
you're not
case, you
that
forgot how to do
surprised?
almost everything.
I'd say the latter because pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to.
2-2
just
to
hunt for
Junior
what you can handle.
Caminero.
And it remains 2-2.
Saw that one off.
as the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well.
Atta boy. Jared Jones got the slider working. Caminero swings and misses. Second strikeout. You won your game today? Hey, how'd you do, though? How'd you do? Congratulations on the win. Let me guess. 4 hits, 4 home runs, 2 stolen bases.
And here's the first baseman, Jonah Bride.
He's been showing off some pop lately. 3 home runs over the last 5 games.
Yeah, big
Here's
swing
Jonah
and a
Bride.
miss.
A lot of power in this Yankees team. No surprise there. Raise your hand if you're surprised.
No score here in the second.
Where did they get Jonah Bride from? Okay, they just signed him. 31 years old. Jonah Bride. He's hot, man. He's on a tear. How are the Cubs doing today? They're tied with the Rockies right now, 2-2 in the 7th. The Cubs should have had more runs, but they just didn't deliver. Cade Horton looked good, though. Cade Horton is very good.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Pitch misses, and the count's even at 2. 1 out,
1 for 3. You got
empty.
nailed in the head. Jesus, man. You're okay, right? Assuming you are.
Swing and a miss, and he
Hit him with the
chases
bender,
that one
Jared.
into dirt. Bart
He
down
went to
first,
Jared.
and there's 2 gone.
He strikes
following
out
the
Bride,
strikeout.
3rd strikeout of the
Off
night.
to a
2
strong
down.
start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense.
I have to
fresh
trade him.
behind
I can't trade him.
allowing some balls in play.
He's a
as
cornerstone.
Next to hit, Jason Dominguez.
He's a
And the first
cornerstone
pitch
player. I
misses
can't
for
trade
ball.
O'Neal Cruz. I can either extend him or let him go, man. I put that guideline into my franchise for a specific reason.
Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
2 out, space is empty. And a swing and
Change up
miss.
1 and 2 to Jason Dominguez.
1 and 2.
What are we feeling here? Are we feeling he wants a slider. I'm going to throw that curve. I mean, I can see us extending him. I'm not saying there's no chance. Boy.
There's another, and that's 3
Jared
straight
Jones,
strikeouts.
99.
1, 2, 3, go the Yankees. We'll move
Good
to the
stuff.
3rd with no score.
All right, let's see if we can figure out how to hit here.
Taking a look at some notable Rookie of the Year candidates this season.
Rookie of the Year. You might as well give it to Ryan Clifford. He's outstanding right now, besides his WAR numbers. We do have Tamar Johnson in that running, but unless he goes on an absolute power trip, I don't think he's going to exactly make it. But it's nice to see him in the conversation.
That's a strike, and it's 0-1. Warren, 27 years old.
294 in his
and he
last
was
5
drafted
games.
in the 8th round in 2021.
Now, we do have Tamar Johnson starting against righties, and we have Nick Gonzalez starting against lefties. Johnson, center field. That will
And it drops
plop in.
And a good start to the inning.
The rookie stays high.
Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside.
Giants 2
part of the
runs in
plate
18
and
innings last 2
drove it up
games.
the
What's
middle.
going on with
He
him?
let it travel just enough.
Now batting Key Brian Hayes. First pitch misses.
And here's Hayes. He's actually been hot recently. He's hitting only 241. But he's actually been doing pretty well over his last certain amount of at-bats. He's hitting 324 in his last 34 at-bats. So, still not a lot of power. No home runs, 1 RBI, but he's been getting hits. So, I'm fine with that. Just don't want a double play here. That's all we want.
Johnson gets his lead at first with nobody out.
And we're going to get it. As he hits that to right field. Johnson is going to run and get to third. Judge sleeping a little bit out there in right field. Heads up base running by the rookie. Runners on the corners. Nobody out.
The first run of the ball game.
Offense in a slump. Yeah.
Billy Cook will hit next.
Well, that's normal.
He's struggled to make contact lately, averaging 2 strikeouts per game over his last 5.
Pitches in the dirt, and that is ball 1.
No dice. Billy Cook hitting 185, 6 homers. What did that say? 25 RBIs. And Cook to right field. That will drop in. Johnson will score. Let him cook. Billy Cook gives us the first run of the game. Bucco's on top.
Those are the ones where you gotta make them pay.
Oh, baby. Good job, Billy. Proud of you, man.
And now the Pirates leadoff man. That's in
Here is
there.
Chandler Simpson. He has seen 1 pitch tonight, and it went to his shoulder.
First and second, no outs. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Next offering is fouled back.
First and second, nobody out. 0-2 to Simpson.
That's foul off to the right side.
I'm telling you, man, I know Simpson's numbers don't show it, but I like having him in the leadoff spot. I really do.
That's the third dive, and he's got it. To his knee, the throw.
You're not going to double him up. Nice play over there at third.
Great
Is that
effort
Volpe?
there.
A quick move to his left, fully extended there in front of the shortstop.
I'm surprised he didn't
to
tag
make
the
grab.
runner there.
Up with it,
He kind of
with a
technically
strong,
should have.
accurate throw across the diamond to
But you were not going to
complete
double
this
up
highlight
Simpson.
play.
Nice play, though.
At the plate for Pittsburgh, Spencer Horwitz. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a tapper that rolls
Runners
foul.
on the corners.
Now the 0-1.
There goes Simpson.
Pitch in for a strike.
Forget about it.
Save.
Forget about it. 24 stolen bases on the year for Simpson. That's why I like having him in the leadoff
That
spot.
was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts,
Ooh,
Chris.
man. That was
You
close.
see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Horwitz fouls it off 0-2. We haven't really talked about Spencer Horwitz a lot this season, but he's still really good, hitting .313.
And a pitch.
And that ball tattooed right center field. That will easily bring in Hayes.
He'll score the sac fly, and they lead by
It's 2-0. Sac fly Spencer Horwitz. 107 off the bat. Simpson will go to third. That's a productive out.
Ryan Reynolds here.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Here's Reynolds.
And that one is lifted
Sweeper
in the
high in the
Bellinger
zone,
sizing it
and
up.
Reynolds will fly
Drops
out.
into the glove, and that'll do it.
Bellinger.
2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and
Let the
1
Pirates
left.
get on the board.
We head now to
Tamar
the home
Johnson,
half of inning
Brian
number
Hayes,
3.
back-to-back hits,
It's the
and then Billy
Pirates
Cook
2,
driving in
and the
Johnson,
Yankees nothing.
and then Spencer Horwitz driving in Hayes. 2-0 Buccos.
Welcome back And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding.
Man, 13 walks.
Take a look at those numbers.
26 innings. Got to do a little better than that. Like I talked about at the very beginning of the broadcast, man, our pitching has been just outstanding. I don't know how to say it other than that.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
Here's O'Hoppy.
Jones ready to fire now. Ball one there.
I think that said Jones is second in the National League in wins, behind, of course, Ohtani, because he's just a cheat code and a half.
Right side, Johnson.
Ground ball to Johnson.
Sends it to first.
Throws him out. Jared Jones
down.
cruising. How's your day there, Limbo? Because it's daytime, right, where you're at?
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Oof.
There's a strike.
That's not where we wanted that.
No ball. One strike.
We'll take it. 1-1 to Anthony Volpe. By the way, speaking of Yankees franchise,
the shortstop takes
I highly recommend our good friend State of the Franchise and his Yankees dynasty that he's got going on over on his YouTube channel. That ball is tattooed.
On its way through to the outfield.
Past a diving Johnson, and Anthony Volpe gets a one-out hit.
With that fastball,
2
even
p.m.
though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down
What'd
the
you do
middle,
today, man?
professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
Runner on at first with one gone. And up next for New York, Oswald Peraza.
1 out, 1 on. Here is Peraza.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and
I'm ready to sleep in tomorrow. For the first time in 2 weeks, I'll get to sleep in past 6 a.m. tomorrow. And I am very excited.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Me and Leo are going to go to the library tomorrow to get a start on the summer reading program for him. And they have an adult summer reading program, so I'm gonna join them and do one as well.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was.
And then we'll go to the park afterward, man. Ride a bike, and hopefully it won't be storming like Jesus down here tomorrow.
Back to the top of the lineup. Bellinger up to hit. Grounded out his first time. Just off the outside
99,
edge.
1-0.
1-0.
Couldn't be bothered going today. Oh man, don't blow it. I don't know how the school system works where you're at, but don't blow it. You're so close.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
But yeah, I get you though. I mean, friends are important. So you're graduating this year.
Jones.
What month is your
back in on a dive.
when does your school year end over there? Hey, another guy we got to talk about when it comes to the end of the season.
Leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
We got to talk about Joey Bart. Free agent at the end of the year.
You'll see another.
Do we re-sign Joey Bart? At the end of the season. I know he's 30, but he's putting up good numbers. 22 homers, 278 average. He's definitely slugging a lot more. His OPS is up there. He was hurt last season, so maybe don't look into that one. I would compare it more to these numbers. But Joey Bart's been good. I mean, I don't know what else to say. He's 30, but you got to wonder, is it going to be worth extending him for 2 more years, 3 more years? I'm starting to think that Henry Davis is not going to be that guy for us. I think Henry
Shot to
Davis,
the right
chances
side.
are, is going to be
Body
traded in
kicks
the
foul.
offseason.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
I think it's October or November. That's when your years end, like your school years end. Or not school years, but you get what I'm
Lifts it in
saying.
the air, right field. Konai brings it in.
Like
and
here in
that's the
America,
inning.
I can't speak for everywhere, but like
The Yanks lead one.
in my
They
area,
trail
I live in the
things
state
here,
of
2-0.
Georgia. So our schools start first week of August and they go all the way through May. Some schools start in September, but a majority of the
Check out
schools
some
start
notable
in
MVP
August.
candidates so far this season.
Look at that, National League MVP. Look who's numero uno. O'Neal Cruz. I mean, you can't really deny it. He's doing better than Juan Soto. He's doing better than William Contreras. What more do you want?
That misses. Ball one.
For you growing up
Speaking of Cruz.
in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your
Just excited to
experience
finish?
with the
Yeah,
Yankees growing
man.
up.
I really went to Shea Stadium.
I don't
more than
blame you.
did
It was a good
Yankee
time for me
Stadium. I
too,
grew up a
man.
Phillies fan. There was one
I was
game,
really
though,
looking forward
that I
to.
went to as a kid. I sat in the
You
upper
know,
deck. It
I
was
didn't
the
have a
game
bad
that
school
Bo
life.
Jackson
I'm
hit
just
3
glad I'm
homers
done
in
with
his
it.
first 3 plate appearances, and then hurt his shoulder diving.
O'Neal
for Deion
Cruz
Sanders inside the park
hits
home
it to
run.
right field.
That's
2 for 2
probably
day for
the most
Mr.
memorable
Cruz.
game that I ever attended as a fan at Old Yankee Stadium.
Potential NL MVP right there, baby.
Man at first,
But I graduated
nobody
back in
out.
2008,
Now it's the right fielder, Griffin Konai. He's 0 for 1. Just
I've been out of
missed.
school for a long time. Quite some time.
Runner at first with no outs here. And that is out of play.
But some people were like, oh man, I miss high school. I can't wait to, I wish I can go back for one day. Nah. Not because I hated it. I just don't want to go back.
Next pitch is
I've had a lot of
outside.
bad stuff happen to me between senior year of high school and
And there's
I'll say
a ball.
2010.
Chris with that distraction and a speedy guy.
So I don't
at
really want to
first.
go back through all that.
He's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great
Teachers
spot
are
for a
nerds.
hitter
That's
to be
kind of what
in.
they're supposed to be.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
Nerds are useful. Popped him up.
Popped up. Volpe calls it in, and there's
Yeah, they
one
probably
away.
say they miss school because, well, I mean, I'm not speaking for your parents, but I know when a lot of people say that, they generally mean it because their only responsibility was going to
Here's
school.
Joey Bart
You know, they
now.
didn't, most people didn't have a job or they don't have to worry about, a mortgage or anything of that nature.
Called strike right there.
You're a Giants nerd.
There goes the runner. Pitch is low.
Nothing wrong with that.
Safe at second
Just like
for the
Cruz
stolen
stealing
base.
second
You
base.
know, nights like this, when
26
you see
stolen
the
bases
score,
for
I like
O'Neal
to kind of
Cruz.
Put him in motion and try to steal the base.
We'll take it.
Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
Loses the lid, penetrates the second baseman.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
He's mixing his pitches really well, late on that fastball after seeing the change.
Kinda be
See if he
scared.
can elevate
Don't be
one.
scared.
I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
I know that seems very vague, but
On the ground to short.
Don't be scared.
Volpe. Throw to first in time.
have yourself a plan. I'm sure by now you kind of figure out what you sort of want to do. And even if you don't, that's fine.
Up next for the
You know.
Pirates, Termar Johnson. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Swing
Wait a
and a
minute.
miss. Nice changeup.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted.
Lamar
With 2
Johnson.
outs, still lock in with a
RBI
quality
opportunity
at-bat.
here, 1
Drive
for
in
1.
that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
And he
Swung on
tattoos that
Johnson.
ball.
Dominguez
Left
goes
center
back.
field. And that's going to bounce off the base of the wall. Cruz will stroll in. 3-0 Pittsburgh. The rookie sensation, Tamar Johnson.
He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already.
Want to be a chef? Dude, that's sweet. I'm guessing you're a really good cook if you want to be a chef. I can't cook worth a darn, man. I cannot. I'm pretty bad at cooking.
Second, 2 down. And here is Brian Hayes. Singled and scored his first time. Popped up.
Hayes pops it up.
Right under it. And that is
He will pop out, but Tamar Johnson
strike on this run scoring double.
Gives us another
It's
run.
Now 3-0.
3-0.
Back after this on the show.
What's your favorite thing to cook? Do you have like a favorite dish?
Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates.
Hey, let's look at the Cy Young while we're at it. Dylan Cease of the Cardinals right now the favorite to win it. Jared Jones and Paul Skenes there right behind him. I don't think Paul Skenes is going to win it. He just hasn't been pitching the same this season. But he's still very good, so maybe. But Jared Jones, especially if he wins the Cy Young this year, which I did not have that in my on my bingo card.
First pitch, and he just misses.
Probably, but no. I'll bring, like, if Vanessa was awake, she could vouch, man.
I remember my rookie year.
I am pretty basic.
In one game, and before that game in the clubhouse,
I am pretty basic, man.
Owned a suit company.
I should be more disciplined and teach myself how to cook more.
You hit a home run in the game tonight. Come over to the store tomorrow, and I'll give you a free suit. So I went into the game.
Pizza for a roast with steak?
I walked into the store the next day, and he looked at me and said, "You're trying to put me out of business, aren't you?" And that was a great experience that I had as a rookie playing against the Yankees, playing in New York.
198.
So did Super
1-2
Joe
to Rojas.
give you 2 suits?
Super Joe.
I'm so tired of this suit story.
Suits.
Ground ball, Hayes.
One out.
Throws out Rojas, one out here in the
Good
fourth.
fade and sinking action of that changeup got that hitter to roll over.
But yeah, Tamar Johnson, the rookie that's coming up, tip of the iceberg.
Aaron Judge at the plate.
He's not even the best rookie we have in our system, or like the best prospect in our system.
Rocket home runs, Judge is near the top of that list. Only Giancarlo Stanton has hit more with greater exit velocity than Judge.
Here's the Judge.
Shohei is quick.
I believe he just passed. No, that was somebody else. Stanton passed. Giancarlo Stanton recently just passed 500 career home runs in this series. Judge is at 413, so he just passed 400 not too long ago. He's 34. I mean, he's Aaron Judge. He's good. He's very good. Going to hit a lot of home runs.
Climbing those charts.
Ground ball, Cruz.
Hit hard on the ground is short. Judge
Throws him out, 2 down. Oh my God, PCA, what is that? I mean, I get why you're doing
Junior
it.
Caminero
Jesus, what was that?
stepping in now for the Yankees. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Yeah, Johnson's doing really well. He may be getting Nick Gonzalez out of a job. It's so hard to it's so hard to break that momentum to send him down when he's doing what he's doing.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Man,
Swings through that one for strike
they are
2.
chasing.
Really consistent release point. He's
The
been able to
PSA.
pitch
No,
up
he didn't do a
and
stupid
down
thing.
and
It's
have
just
excellent command at both locations.
he tried to bunt, which he's normally solid at.
Swing and a miss.
But the
Struck
pitch
him out.
kind of
Good work
trailed
there as he
upward.
gets a 1-2-3.
So when he went to bunt, he
Yanks
just did a
held in
bunt
check.
pop up to the
They
first
trail in
baseman.
this one 3-0.
Didn't go well. 3-0 Pirates after 4, by the way.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters are
Jared
performed up to
Jones
this point.
living up to our pitching expectations. We've been very good, like I said, very good with our pitching staff, both bullpen and starting rotation. And Jones is just showing why. PCA future Giant.
Warren back to work.
Man, we just cannot hit anything on the inside part of the plate.
And it's caught for the out.
With Tucker. I'll be shocked if Tucker stays in Chicago. I'll put it that way. I will be
And now the Pirates lead off
like
man.
jaw on the floor.
If there's nobody on in front of him,
Like cheesy
you know, a single for him
thumbnail.
many times is a double. This guy is off to the races, ready to steal a bag when he's on first base.
Like cheesy, stupid, cringy YouTube
And that's
thumbnail
ball one.
These
face.
hitters are going to have to
if he
find a way
stays
to be a little more
in Chicago.
patient, see more pitches per at bat. Otherwise, that bullpen's not
That
going to
was
have
not
to
a good
work
base
over
stealing
there, and
attempt
it's gonna
right
be
there. I don't know
advantage
what you're
pitching
thinking
all
there.
game long.
That wasn't even close. See, these are games of why the Cubs will lose this game against the Rockies, because they have 4 stolen bases in this
Bases
game
empty, one
already.
away, and we're at the
But
top
they
of the
think
fifth.
because they've stolen 4 bases, they can get another one off of a guy that doesn't steal bases.
Too soon, it's strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker as a hitter.
You have
can
Michael
look up
Bush
in
at the
zone.
plate,
If you look down, you're going to be chasing
who does
stuff
pretty
in the
well
dirt.
against righties. Well,
And
tonight
look
is not
out.
that night,
That
though.
one gets
Simpson
it.
gets hit
The
again.
second man, he's plunked in this one.
Will Warren is asking for a
And now
fight.
the first baseman, Spencer Horwitz.
Now, we're not losing to the Rockies. We're tied 2-2, but if the Cubs keep playing what they're doing, they are going to lose to the Rockies. Horowitz, right field. Stay fair. No. 1.4 feet of a howitzer missile. Kind of figured that was going to hook foul. So close. I think that's more than a foot, but hey. Close.
But if you're the pitcher out there on the mound, you execute it. Just a long strike, you go after him and finish him off.
Just missed.
1-1 to Horowitz. Simpson on first. Pirates up 3-0 here in the 5th inning.
Runner takes off on the ground at first, and he takes it himself for the out.
He was running on the pitch. Spencer was swinging on the pinch, but he will ground out. No double play, so it's all right. 2 down.
Now here is Brian Reynolds. Both
Look at how hoppy he
in
is.
this
Still got that
one.
93 pop time behind the plate. So
And that's a little bit high.
Okay, ball 1.
And that is ball 1.
Card from San Francisco in 2018. I did not know that. Who was in that trade?
Ripped on the ground a second.
As Reynolds takes a pitch down the middle and he's going to ground out.
That is the inning. No runs on no hits, no
All right,
errors. And
so
a runner
no one
left.
comes around to
Home
score.
half of the
3-0.
fifth coming up. It's the Pirates 3 and the Yankees nothing.
Who did the Giants get when they traded Reynolds away?
We head to the bottom of the 5th. And here's the first baseman, Jonah Bride.
Back to work goes JJ.
And there's a foul ball.
You know,
Oh, good.
these
Ryan
Yankees
Presley's on the
just
mound.
aren't
Nothing
putting
bad will
together
happen
very
here.
many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early.
This is where the Rockies are going to
They've
get
got
their run
players in
because
this
Presley
lineup
has not
capable
been
of
that
sparking
great.
something, but it just hasn't happened for him yet.
And that one fouled off.
I wouldn't say that was a dumb trade.
The 0-2.
You never know how these
Stallings
players
is
pan out.
down and away.
Giants legend. Atta boy.
Says Clyde Washington. That's a strike.
Jonah Bride caught looking.
Sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher
Can I help
are on
you?
the same
Nope,
page
just
right now.
looking.
Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
He's been going after these guys consistently.
Here's the Martian.
Result,
isn't that what Jason Dominguez is called, the Martian?
Throwing the ball very well right now.
Just missed. 1-0.
Yeah, everyone's been rocking Presley. He is definitely. I think the Cubs need to stop going after these veteran relievers now, because they did it last year with Hector Neris, and he was absolute dog turds. Put it nicely. Just putting it nicely. And now they went with Presley.
Left field. Grabs it on
And
the run.
while he has been better recently, he's still got an ERA of close to 6. So I think the Cubs should be done going after these extremely older relievers.
And it's fouled away.
He was supposed to be the closer this year for the Cubs, actually. They said that was the only reason he signed in Chicago, because the Cubs told him he was going to be the closer. There's a hit for O'Hoppe. Because Porter Hodge hasn't exactly proven himself to be a closer, so they wanted to bring in Presley to be the closer. Well, Presley comes in, and he's just awful. So they're kind of using him until recently. They've just been using them in blowout win situations.
And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe, 1-for-1 with a single so far.
Oh, that was a beautiful tag by Swanson. Good job, guys.
And a first pitch fastball is
of course, the Cubs called up Mr. Diddlesticks to be behind the plate. They've got like 3 players out with quad injuries. Is he no longer the closer? No. To be honest, I couldn't even tell you who the Cubs are going to use as closer. That's going to get away. They have been using Palencia, who's like the last 3 save chances. They have been using him, but he's not the designated closer apparently. So, I don't know who they officially have as closer. I don't think they do. Yeah. Shota's out with that. Shota's out with a quad. Ian Happ's been out with it. He just got back. And then Amaya is now. They just announced today that Miguel Amaya is going to be out for a couple weeks.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
So it's
first pitch strike from the pitcher,
blowing out the quads.
At all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
That one finds the zone.
Oh boy, 3-2. Big pitch here to Volpe.
You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Even Seiya had a little bit of a nagging quad injury, but he didn't sit.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. Strikeout number 8.
Nice job by Jones. Gets Volpe chasing 8 Ks.
Shutout innings are in the books.
We're halfway done here in New York.
Pirates 3 and the Yankees nothing.
Yeah, the Cubs catching battery has probably been the best in all of baseball, without me looking at everyone's stats. But Carson Kelly has been phenomenal, which
we're back, and
color me surprised.
To start the 6th.
And Miguel Maya's having his breakout year.
So far this year,
and even Reese McGuire, when they called him up, he hit 2 home runs in the Reds game a couple days ago.
Here's O'Neal Cruz.
So, I mean,
he's 2 for 2.
They've just been a very good catching battery.
And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Pirates doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the
I'm
ball
surprised
in this
by
game,
that.
and the numbers back that up. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great
swinging and a miss by Cruz.
Right
0-2. Oh, wait, Brad Keller in from the bullpen. Pilled Will Warren for some reason. Brad Keller, real life for the Cubs, has been excellent. I think he's pitched 19 innings without giving up a run. But here he is for the Yankees, though. Slider, four-seam, sinker, and circle change. 31-year-old righty reliever. 3-5 record with a close to a 6.5 ERA. Eesh. So, that's a big oof there.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
All right, Presley gets out of that one. Presley's been getting slightly better, but I still wouldn't trust him to be a closer. Man.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Cruz strikes
That was a
out.
tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it. Just to
Slider
try to
in the
keep
zone.
that alive.
I'm going to guess good
Hitters will
timing.
tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch.
Oh, sorry,
where it
just
looks
early,
like a
excuse me.
fastball and then late has a really good bite. So tough to lay off of because you've made the decision. You don't want to get beat by a fastball.
Conine swings the
and then
first
you
pitch,
swing
and he
you
grounds
miss.
out. Quiet
You're
night
up
for
to the dugout
Conine.
shaking your head.
And he handles
quick
it
outs.
himself for the out.
My nose is killing me. Keeps itching.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Joey Bart. He's grounded out a couple of times.
So here is Joey Bart.
In his 6th season, 30 years old now, and he's driven in double-digit runs over his last 10 games. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at
2018
95.
draft. Joey
He's a
Bart, first round
master at
pick.
hitting fastballs. You need to be careful with location if you're going to throw them.
The 0-1.
I find it funny. I was going through my Twitch clips the other day, and I found my clip in my Giants franchise of, I don't think I ever uploaded it, but I found that clip of Joey Bart hitting the first home run of the franchise,
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste
of
a
the
pitch
series.
Like that. The batter wasn't even tempted
And
to
I find it
swing.
ironic that
Every
now
pitch
here he
needs
is
to
on the
have a
Pirates.
purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Outside low. It's
Okay, that ball
2-2.
just exploded. 2-2.
Swing and
Goes
a
right
miss,
back
struck
to it,
him
and we
out.
chase.
Nothing doing for the
Well, the offense has really
that
settled
time.
down.
9-1-2 scheduled to hit.
Game's
the
not
whole
over
half of
yet.
the 6th. It's
Bottom
the
6 we
Pirates
go.
3 and the Yankees nothing.
First home run of the series. Yeah, when I
Back here in New York, John Shelby with Chris Singleton in the booth.
how long ago has it
And
been?
leading off the bottom of the 6th,
2
Oswald
years ago?
Peraza.
No, it's been longer than that. Let's see, I did the Royals last year. I did the Rockies the year before that. I did the A's, and I did the Giants. So 4 years ago, I had a San Francisco Giants series. And I believe, if I remember correctly, Joey Bart hit the first home run
Yeah, the
in
right-hander
that
back to
series.
work. And that misses. And that's ball 1. Right through there for a
I don't remember who my superstars were in that series. It's been 4 years. It's been quite a while.
On the ground,
Ground
right
ball
side.
to Johnson.
Whips
One
it to
down.
first. And that's
Um,
one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Let me think. I know we had Yastrzemski for a while.
One down, here comes Cody Bellinger.
Who's that pitching
On the
prospect?
mound, very efficient.
Well, I
Able
can't
to
even
produce an
remember.
outcome
I know we had a
season within
deep
the third or
potential
fourth
pitcher
pitch
that
of just
I
about every
used for a
bat.
couple of years. His name was J.J. Goss. He was a solid deep potential pitcher.
He swings and fouls one off.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note.
Even
Look for an
pitched in a
off-speed
playoff
pitch
game
on
with
this
him, I
next one.
believe.
The Yanks trailing by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th.
Oof. 0-2 to Cody Bellinger. Kyle Harrison. I don't think he was in the game at that time. I don't remember.
Swing and a miss.
I'd have to go
he
back
got
and
him.
look at my Giants
With number
roster
9
breakdown.
for him in this game. 9. Here's Josh Rojas. When you talk about elite,
I think I had a
defensive
Giants
third
roster
baseman,
breakdown video.
this guy's at the
I
top
usually
of the
like to do
list.
those for situations just like
Stud.
this, if
When
I
you
wanted to
look at players
remember.
like this, you play that hot corner, got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that
Yankees hitters are going after everything.
All-Star game and have a Gold Glove, if not a Platinum Glove.
Oh, Shaw, you can't swing at that, my dude. Ground ball, Horwitz. Been playing better defense. Toss over to Jones. Another solid inning for Double J. Let's go to the seventh.
For him out there now. It's the
He was drafted in 2020.
Yankees nothing.
I guess he was in the game then. I don't remember using him.
All set for the start.
But then again,
of
it's been 4
at
years.
The plate
So.
for Pittsburgh, Jamar Johnson. Cut on and lifted in the air.
That's a good pitch to
Bellinger
crush,
sizing
man.
it up.
You couldn't crush it.
Makes the catch for the
One pitch,
out.
1 out.
Here's the third baseman, Ke'Bryan Hayes.
Oh, did Kelly just hit a walk-off? Oh, he just missed it. Oh, he just missed it. Ah, warning track power.
That one finds the zone.
Wow,
Strike
Cubs
one.
and Rockies
Action
are going
in the
to
pen
extras.
down there. JoJo Romero getting loose out
Yankees
there.
bullpen,
Aaron
double
Boone.
barrel action.
Hamilton
JoJo Romero
warming
and
up as
Ian
well.
Hamilton going up. We have nobody warming up at the moment.
Strike two.
Two pretty nasty.
We should probably get
hitters
somebody
to
stretching,
get
though.
this hitter in an 0-2 count.
Let's see here.
You got to look up in the zone and spit on
Moretta's
anything
been
that's down.
getting, he's been pretty good. Oh, no, we got Hunter Harvey. Never mind. Hunter Harvey is why we have him. Oh, 0-2 to Ke'Bryan Hayes.
And ball one.
Yeah, hey, every team has games like that, man.
Base is empty, one away.
I don't
In
expect the
top
Cubs to
half of
score
inning
7
number
runs
7.
every game.
Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially
2
with
and
2
2.
strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, I swing at bad stuff, man. Been playing this game for so long, and I still swing at bad pitches.
2 strikes you're looking to protect, and halfway to
2
the
down.
plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it.
There's Billy
Tell you
Cook.
what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
He's got an RBI single.
Fought off foul.
Oh, the wind's blowing in. If the wind was not blowing in at Wrigley right now, that probably would have been a home run. Making 13 feet of difference. Ugh.
That's way outside. 1-1.
Kelly's like, I missed it.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Is he coming in now? Oh, he is, yeah.
Just
So
missed.
Flexen's in for the Cubs now. So that means the Ghost Runner's at second. 3-1 to Billy Cook.
Pitch is in there. 3-2 now.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Dadgummit, dude. I knew it was going to be out of the zone, and I swung at it anyway because I'm...
Completes the strikeout, and that'll do it.
Oh, well. We still got the lead. Let's go bottom 7. Who's that on second for the Rockies?
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
There's Amador hitting. Jared Jones been really good. Tamar Johnson, 2-hit night for him. Cruz with a 2-hit night. Man, the Rockies have 9 wins.
That one's in there. 0-1.
That sounds
Tonight, his
absolutely
slider has been
criminal,
really
doesn't it?
impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the
A
hitters
Major
aren't
League
picking it up
professional
out of the
team
air.
only having 9 wins at this point in the season.
That's in there.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone.
They're going to give the White Sox a run for their money. Ground ball, hit hard, but right at Cruz. Done a good job of keeping Judge quiet.
Those plays can be
One out.
tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
In now is the Yankees DH.
It's just
Junior
so
Caminero,
ridiculous,
who's
man.
over 2
9
with a pair of
wins.
strikeouts.
And I'm going to be honest with you, man. I've watched a couple of Rockies games this year.
The Yankees looking to rally.
Like, they're not bad because they can't play.
This lineup
They're
is having
bad
a tough
because they're
time
just
finding
so
a good rhythm at the
inexperienced.
plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
Like, they've got some solid hitters that once they, you know, come into their own form, they're going to be good hitters. Now, when that will be, I don't know.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Swing
Boy, Jared
and a miss.
Jones.
Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Keep on clicking, man. 10
Both
Ks.
sides of the plate for that strikeout.
Yeah, their
Started
pitching
off
is a big problem for
inside,
sure.
been away, back inside
I
again,
got to say, though,
and that
Herman
one set him up
Marquez,
for
like,
that
they were
last
talking
pitch on
about
the
him
outside
before the
part of
game
plate that
tonight.
he just swung
And
right through. Pretty smooth
he
sequence
pitched
right there.
twice against the Phillies
And
in
it's
his
for
last
York,
2 starts.
Jonah Bride.
And, like, I think they said his line between those 2 games against the Phillies, one was at home in Colorado and the other one was on the road in Philly. I think they said that his line was, like, 15 innings, 2 runs, 4 hits, and, like, 10 strikeouts. So, I mean, you look at his stat line, and he's like, oh, he's 1-7, and his ERA is 6. Oof. But then you see how he pitched against the Phillies. I mean, I think if you put Marquez on a competitor, man, he could be a solid rotation piece. Because you got to bet most of those games, a big reason he hasn't won a lot of those games because he's on the Rockies, you know, a team that doesn't score.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. And that's in the dirt.
2-1 to Jonah Bride.
This
This will probably be Jones' last inning if he can get out
just
of it.
take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
And it's even up.
Just an
Good pitch,
outstanding
2-2.
job of spinning the baseball, moving it around.
And then other than that,
doing
I
what he
have no
does.
idea who's on the Rockies pitching staff. Well, that's a hanger.
Swing and a
Right
ball
center
lifted
field,
in
we
the
got a
air.
man there.
Cook snags it on the run. Still
7 innings in the books. That'll be it for Jones.
Shutout innings. It's the
What an
Pirates
outing for
3
Jared
and the
Jones.
Yankees
10
nothing.
strikeouts, no walks, 2 hits, no runs. That'll do, baby. We're going to turn over the bullpen. Let's go to the 8th.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. JoJo Romero hasn't pitched in the last 3 days.
JoJo Romero out of the pen for the Yankees, the lefty.
Here's the left fielder.
He's got Simpson. All right, so the 8th inning is coming up. I think we're going to go Hunter Harvey here. Chris Bryant might as well pitch for him. Man, if the guy can stay healthy, yeah.
To the right side, Peraza. Handles, throws to first.
Simpson grounds out on
First
1
out
pitch.
in the top of the 8th.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
I'm telling you,
Now
man,
the number 2 hitter, Spencer
Chris Bryant's
Horwitz.
decline as a baseball player has just been one of the saddest things to watch for me.
Now one missed. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jorge Lopez.
So Jorge Lopez has
getting
now
loose out
joined
there for
Ian
Aaron
Hamilton.
Boone.
I think that's Lopez on the right and Hamilton on the left.
And another ball.
Bryant Giants legend.
In recent games, and a big reason why.
I just want Chris Bryant to have one more good run, like even if it's with the Rockies. You know, I want him to have like an MVP season.
And that one clips the corner.
I know it sucks to see, dude. It just sucks so much. A lot of that Cubs core has went downhill. I mean, Javi Baez has been awful up until this season. Anthony Rizzo's, as we speak, a free agent. Wilson Contreras has been doing okay in St. Louis. And then Chris Bryant can't stay healthy to save his life. Addison Russell's a wife beater or whatever it is he got arrested for.
Base is empty. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Girlfriend beater, whatever he did, I can't remember. That's a good timing. We missed that.
2-2 on the way. Swing and a ball hit out towards
Left center field, and that's going to drop.
And he can't hang on. So a man aboard.
Nice attempt out there in left field, but Horowitz will get a hit. We'll take it.
Ryan Reynolds, the next Pirate to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
All right, who's out at second for the Cubs? Is that Kelly? Oh, they're going to keep him in. Yeah, they kind of have to.
Horowitz leads off first with 1 away. And a foul ball.
So here's Reynolds 0 for 3 tonight. It's been very quiet.
This one in the air.
Reynolds just don't have a swing tonight, I guess.
Nabs it.
2 down.
And there's 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath.
I agree, Singleton, whatever your name is.
So next to the plate for Pittsburgh.
But we know that timing doesn't matter in this game
here's
sometimes.
The guy that is, I think, right now the favorite to win the National League MVP.
Here's Cruz.
Ripped to third.
And he is going to ground out.
Force, and the inning is over. So 1 hit is all they
Nothing
get.
doing.
Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Pirates.
Bottom 8 we go.
3-0
3-0 Pirates. Let's bring in Hunter Harvey, fresh from the injury list.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll.
Dude, my
into the
nose
bottom of
is
the
so
8th.
scratchy,
Hunter
and
Harvey.
it's killing me.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Jason Dominguez.
So checking out Hunter Harvey. Signed him to a 1-year, $6.5 million deal. 27 games. He was hurt for about a month with a broken hand. But he's been decent. 32 innings pitched with a tad over a 3 ERA. Fastball, splitter, curve, and slider. We have seen that fastball hit 99 miles an hour.
Stepping in now for the Yankees. Fastball
Right on
in
cue.
for a strike. It's 0-1.
It's been tough for the offense
see
so
if we
far,
can
but you
do it
can't
again.
get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off. Go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
Wow.
That's a little bit high.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Ball 1, huh? That's an interesting decision.
And a foul ball.
Third time we've been squeezed up there.
And now 2-2.
2-2. Dotted our pitch. Didn't get a call. That's a hanger.
Drilled in the air. High
Right
and
field. If
right
it stays
field.
fair, it's going to be gone, and that's absolutely going to stay fair.
The foul pole for a home run.
Off the fair pole.
That's worth the
Yankees get on the board. Jason Dominguez
First run. It's 3-1.
gets his 15th of the
Things
year.
might get pretty interesting if they keep connected on pitches like that.
All right. Well, you knew we weren't going to get a shutout. It's not usually allowed to get those in this game.
Distance, but there's just no telling if it was going to stay fair. I mean, he really hooked that thing down the right field line. But good thing that
We hang it, they bang it. We definitely hung it.
Very easily just been a long strike if he hit it out front any more than he did.
Now here is
All those good timing fly balls we
And
just
a
got.
strike
And we
in
got the
there.
home run on whatever that was. So here's O'Hoppy.
swing and a miss as he was late.
That was straight queso right there.
Oh, the Cubs ain't going to score this inning, are they? It's not a good sign.
Outside low, and the count is
Good
1-2.
Lord, man. PCA is swinging at literally everything. He looks like me hitting tonight.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Just misses with that.
Upstairs, 2-2.
Good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and
Yeah, I
in,
think the Cubs
just
are
on
gonna-
the edge. And
I don't
that's
know,
one of
man.
those
They
if
might
you
lose
swing
this
at it,
game.
He had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Swing and a miss. Struck
That
him
swing
out.
that O'Hoppy
And
just
that's
did,
the
that's what the
first
Cubs
out.
just
Nice
looked like.
recovery after giving up the homer.
First strikeout for him in this one. That splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that.
Let's
He throws
see
it
here.
quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
If we get to Bellinger, then Puck is ready. Hopefully we won't get to him. All right, one out. Here is Volpe.
Volpe in the box
You got to
here.
call that
Lets
zone,
one
my
go
dude.
for
There's
a ball.
100 by
That
Harvey,
was
by the way.
absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Fastball
Did the
for a strike.
Cardinals lose against the Orioles today?
One strike.
Base knock right field. And that'll bring the
We're gonna give up this lead, aren't
to the
we?
plate.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than
We're gonna
that.
give up this
Really
lead, aren't
good
we?
Swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Oswald Peraza digs in now.
Whoops, wrong button. Let's have a mound visit. Cardinals 174. Dang it. Well, I need the Cubs to win this game then. Mr. Harvey, I need you to do a little better. What's up, Gabe? So who do the Rockies have at second now? Is that Amador? I can't tell who that is.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing.
I'm
at
telling
the
you, man,
bat
this
right
Hunter
here, try to
Goodman
close that gap.
guy the
But,
Rockies
at
have,
the very least, if you could find a way to
he's a
manufacture
solid
that
hitter. He
run
seems like he
first,
always
it
hits
feels
the
like
ball
it's
hard.
Really important at getting back into this ball game.
The tying run at the plate. Fouled off down the right side.
With two strikes,
Yeah, if the
may
Cardinals
see
want to
some
stop
movement
losing,
over
that'd be
there at
pretty
first
sweet. That
base,
is not
trying to stay
Amador.
out of
Who
the
is
double
that?
play
Oh,
right
that's
here.
Tovar. 0-2 to Peraza.
Next
you
offering
wanted
is
to.
downstairs.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Tying run at the plate. Fouls it
Yeah,
off,
Goodman,
still
Brenton Doyle
1-2.
plays excellent defense. Ezekiel Tovar's not a bad player. Of course, they still got Ryan McMahon. Man,
Just
you
misses with
are
that one.
Close pitch there.
You are not
He's
calling
kinda
anything,
wondering
my
where
dude.
it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that
Now's a
pitchers and
really
hitters
bad time to
really
forget
have
how to call
think
the
about
zone,
and
my
work
guy.
on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Laced into left. That's a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline,
Unbelievable.
it pays off.
We're going to blow this
The
lead.
deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the
All right,
battle.
here's Bellinger. All right,
Big
we're going to
spot,
make the
and
smart
Cody
move here.
Bellinger stepping to the dish. 0 for
We'll see
3.
what the
A
game
fly out,
thinks,
a ground
but we're
out,
going to
and a
make the smart
strikeout.
move. We're going to bring in A.J. Puck.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen.
Not a good showing by Harvey. Didn't think I'd have to use Majinski, but
Pirates with a new arm on the mound, A.J. Puck.
And he's done a great job.
let's see
keeping
if
the
Puck
ball
can
in
get
the
us
park
out.
this
One
year.
out,
The numbers
2
stack
runners
up with
on.
Some of the best in the game.
You know the saying, everybody. We don't hang it, they can't bang it.
In the first pitch,
1-0.
misses for ball 1.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these.
Yeah, I'm sure you want me to
situations.
throw a fastball game. I'm sure you do.
Next pitch in for a strike, and a count 1-1.
What's the wind doing? Okay, right to left.
Two on, one out. That
Fly
one
ball
the
center
other
field.
way.
Cook.
And a
Not
pitch.
going to get there. Throw to third. They're going to get the
That's
force.
second out of the inning on the force play.
Nice play by Cook. That's a big second out.
Well, this is one of those plays
Atta
that
boy,
happens
Cook.
sometimes, but it
Didn't
never
catch
really
it, but the
should.
runner
Seems
had
like
to
he
wait
just
to
got a
see.
bad read on the ball, and
Cook
the good
throws
throw
him
to the
out.
outfield was perfect to get the
2
out.
down. Excellent play by Billy Cook.
Josh Rojas getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout.
Here's Rojas.
Just missed.
I'm going to be honest, man. I think if we had Cruz in center field, he was not going to make that catch either.
2 on, 2 outs. And that drops in for a strike.
1-1. Now, Billy Cook plays excellent defense. That's why I'm willing to have a sub 200 hitter in my everyday lineup.
Swings and misses. And a count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Rojas. Big pitch coming here. Yankees threatening.
Got it.
We shut the door. A.J. Puck, with some help from his defense, gets it
But
done.
not before they answer back with a solo
Jason
home run.
Dominguez puts
And
him on
this
the
is
board,
now a
but thankfully that's all they
3-1
get.
ball game. You're dialed into the
8
show.
innings in the books. Crunch time here in the Bronx. 3-1 Pirates. Oh, Rocky scored. 3-2, by the way.
Back in the Bronx, and now the right fielder, Griffin Conine.
All right, let's sit Majinski down. Oh, that was a good pitch. That's rough, man. Oh, well, maybe the Cubs could come back. You never know. They'll have the ghost runner as well. PCA will be at second, so, I mean, you got to like the odds.
Romero back to work. That one to first.
Boy, Conine has just not had a good game.
Throws to first in time, and they get the leadoff man.
You're
in the
saying
ninth.
Giants?
Now Now the catcher up to hit, Joey Bart.
All right, Cubby's got to get that run back.
Romero in his 8th season, 30 years old now, and he was drafted in the 4th round.
Joey
back
Bart.
in 2016. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1-0.
I will give the umpire this. He's
Bases
consistently
empty, one
not
away
calling
here
the
at
top.
of the ninth.
Not like we're the only ones getting squeezed.
In for a strike, and it's 1-1. Next offering is fouled back.
That slider looks like it's so much slower than 85. Is JoJo, okay, he is the reliever. This is a good pitcher they got here. 1-year deal. Interesting. 1-2 to Joey Bart.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. One down, base is empty. To the right side, Peraza.
Whole bunch of nothing.
2 up, 2 down.
2 down here in the ninth. David Bednar is ready to go. 4-time All-Star.
Termarr Johnson, the next Pirate to hit.
Here comes Johnson. Oh, sorry, 5-time All-Star. Excuse me, 5-time All-Star. Oof.
And that is cut on and missed. And that is strike one.
We were sitting fastball. Did not get a fastball.
This left-handed breaking ball.
We did there, though, and Johnson, we're going to go gap shopping in New York. That's going to be expensive. How about a 3-hit night for Termarr Johnson?
Well, a swing like that can help you come
Atta
out of the
boy.
struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
He is a constant visitor of the gap. Man, I love his swing.
G. Brian Hayes.
And they are going to walk Hayes.
Walk here, and now will force at any base with 2 gone.
Billy Cook is coming up. Okay.
First and second, 2 outs. And
2
now
out,
the
2
center
on.
fielder, Billy
Insurance
Cook.
run would be nice here. Billy Cook does have an RBI.
And there's
Jesus,
the
that
strike.
sinker just
Might
broke.
be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Swing and a miss.
I'm going to strike out, though, so don't worry about it.
Big change up right there, just pulled the string.
And that one is inside.
Come on, Billy. Nope.
Down to the dirt, swing and a
Dude,
miss.
that sinker is going way faster than 93. Are you kidding me? That was not 93. That was like 103.
The order, 3-4-5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. It's the
All right.
Pirates 3 and the
Yankees have the middle of their order coming up. Let's go bottom 9. Despite this broken game saying top 9. We bring in David Bednar.
Here comes the closer, David
There are
Bednar.
his numbers.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen
38
to
out of
lock down
43
wins.
in
So this game
saves,
has gone to plan,
241
more or
ERA.
less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Yeah, the hard
What was that at bat? That's me just not doing well.
Secure these outs against a potent Yankee lineup, and it starts with Aaron Judge. 0 for 3
That's me
in
not
this
doing
one.
well. That's what it was.
Back to
But
the
hey,
mound, he's got
one pitch,
the throw to
1
first,
out.
and a quick out number 1.
What was that
That's
at bat?
a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made.
Oh my God,
That's
PCA
helping
just
your
stole
team.
third. Attaboy.
Caminero in now, takes ball 1 off the plate.
So there's David Bednar, tied for third in the National League league leaders in saves. Good Lord. There's your boy Ryan Walker. He's there.
Inside,
2-0.
just missed.
Come on, Bush. You just got to hit the ball. You just got to make contact, my dude.
The Yankees down by a pair. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. The 2-0 is
99 by
in for a
Bednar,
strike.
2-1.
So many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you
Nah,
ever
he's
get
not
used to it.
overrated.
Just pumping gas.
He's been one of the few
So hard
hitters
to play catch
to
up.
keep up with Shohei Ohtani, so you can't say he's overrated.
Swing and a
But you can
grounder
absolutely hate
foul
him if you
first
want.
base side. The Yanks trailing by 2 here in the last half of inning number 9.
He's absolutely been struggling the last week, though.
Comes
Swing
up empty as
and a
he
miss.
chases that one in the dirt.
Out.
Bednar strikes out
After the drop,
Caminero.
third
2 down
Well,
here in the
obviously
ninth.
that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate, and people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough.
Last
to
chance for the
recognize when a pitch
Yankees.
like
Here
that's
is
gonna
Jonah
end up.
Bride.
Bride stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball.
1-0. Attaboy, Bushy. Ties it up. 0 for 4 night from Michael Bush. What a time to get a hit, buddy. Nice job.
Swing
Wow.
and a miss. Missed that by a mile.
1-1.
And the count
1-1 to
1-1.
Jonah Bride.
2-run game with 2 away. Here
That
in the
was
bottom
not a
of the ninth.
purpose hit, by the way, by Michael Bush. That was in an accident. Oops. I'll admit.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Sack fly? No, he kind of did a check swing hit, and it just found the hole on the left side of the infield. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
The Yankees down to their final strike. And that skips in the dirt.
John Birdie coming in to pinch run. Okay. Interesting call.
Two down, nobody on.
He struck him out. David Bednar puts him to sleep.
Always nice to grab the opener
And that's a
of the
win
series.
for your
You put it in the
Buccos here
ballpark,
tonight.
and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look
Offense
straight.
really died,
The
but Jared
background isn't
Jones,
what
man,
you want,
making
but
his
they didn't let any of
case.
those things distract him.
I
In
think
fact,
he
it
looked
like they were playing a home
fantastic
game.
here tonight.
Excellent job to set the tone
15th
for
win
the
of the year
series.
for
And your final
Mr.
3-1
Jones. Bednar
for
with his
Chris
39th
Singleton and our
save.
entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show.
Final
I'm
score,
John Shelby.
Pittsburgh 3,
We'll see
New
you
York
soon.
1. That is a good win. Yankees made it interesting. Nice job by our pitching. Shout out to Tamar Johnson, a 3-hit night for him. He should probably be player of the game, I think. If it's not Jared Jones, it should be Tamar Johnson. 3 hits, RBI, I believe. That was a nice double play, though. That technically should have been a double play. Jason Dominguez providing the lone offense for the Yankees. Hit off the fair pole. And it is a fair pole, not a foul pole. It's a fair pole. AJ Puck comes in. He delivers a very clutch pitch. And then David Bednar, like we said, puts him to sleep. We close out this game against this tough Yankees team. Let's score for you. Jared Jones, player of the game. 7 innings, 2 hits, 10 strikeouts, no walks, no earned runs. Offense-wise, I got to give it to Tamar Johnson. 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and RBI, and he scored a run. Cruz 2 for 4. Chandler Simpson 0 for 2. 2 hit by pitches. Weird way to see that, I guess. And Spencer Horwitz 1 for 3 with an RBI. But other than that, not a lot to talk about here in this game. Billy Cook got an RBI. We only struck out 5 times in the game. Proud to say that. Proud to say that. Reynolds 0 for 4. Simpson 0 for 2. But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. That's all I got to say, man. Bullpen did their job. Hunter Harvey struggled a little bit, but not awful. AJ Puck saves them, and David Bednar saves them. So we looked at the prospects, or the draft class. We went over why we're being so successful as we beat the Yankees here. Final score 3-1. Appreciate you being here, by the way. Giant Limbo, appreciate you being here. Anyone else that was here lurking, or if you're watching the VOD, if you want to do me a favor and like the video and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, because if you like franchise content, you are in the right position here. Love to talk franchise. Love to talk baseball with you guys. And follow on X, follow on Discord. Everything is in the description. We'll see you in the next episode. Should be live tomorrow night. I forgot who I said we're taking on. I think it's the Phillies. It might be the Giants, actually. I think I put it up in the on X. So see you for the episode tomorrow night. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Appreciate you guys. And until then, raise it, baby. That's a win for the Buccos. See you in the next episode.